if you've been having trouble manifesting money, I want you to watch this entire video because hopefully I can explain something that will start to unlock for you. So, when you allow the universe to take over and give you money in any of the possible channels that you have open, that will be to the limit that you allow it. So, when you have only established in your life that you accept money through work and you accept money through specific kinds of work that you deem more valuable and more worthy of being paid for, the universe will present these things to you in ways that you allow. So, let's say when you decide that you want to start making money passively somehow, right? Whether you're going to start making content, you're going to start selling products, it doesn't matter what it is. The point is that you have established that you want money to come to you passively, whether it's through one instance of work that you did, or it's going to be other things that you have tried previously, like an affiliate, and you keep getting paid for certain things, or really you decide. So this is going to be a test, and I have two parts for this. Okay, so one, you're going to be establishing what channels for you feel tense in your body and make you feel like that's not an option for you. Okay, because a lot of people will comment on the videos that I have about you're going to receive a lot of money, and people are like, yeah, that's when I get my paycheck. But the point is that you've established that you can only be paid every 2 weeks or every however often you get paid, right? So I want this to be something that you use as an assessment. This isn't to shame yourself. This is so that you can understand what channels are feeling open in your body and nervous system more specifically, right? So if you want to be the kind of person that can wake up to sales or wake up to passive money, more memberships and subscriptions and content monetization and all of those other things, then then this needs to be a test that you give yourself more than once, but this is going to be the first time we do it. Okay, and I want you to not only test this in ways that you feel tense, so you're going to come up with a list, and if we do a one-on-one, this was something that we would do, but you would come up with a list of all of the ways that you see money as a possibility, right? Somebody leaves me money, somebody gives me money, I get a refund for something, the list goes on, right? But there's aspects of that that you deem as like, oh, that's totally reasonable and I can totally accept money this way, versus that's not acceptable and I can't have a stranger hand me $1,000. Right? There's lots of times where we see ways that people turn down money because they say, I didn't work for this, or I don't know how this, I don't deserve this, right? Lots of people will talk themselves out of the exact money that they want because they say, self-concept work, it's not something that I can accept. Okay, so 333. The second part of this, after you've made your list, I want you to stand perfectly still, and I can show you in another video because I'm laying down so I can get the lighting here. But when you stand perfectly still, and I do this as a body test for myself when I am honestly just straight up a little too tired to be reading my body, and I just want my body to tell me yes or no. And I use my body as a pendulum. So forward is always yes, and backward is always no. And you'll be really interested to find out how quickly your body can answer some of these questions for you. You can use this test for just about anything, but we're going to use it for just this money test today. Okay, so when you get through this list and you have your list of questions, let's say 10, 20 questions, whatever, right? Expand yourself, okay? If you've got like 5 things that you can think of, then double it. Do more so that you feel like you really have to stretch a little bit. It's not 100, but it's a little bit more than you would think automatically, okay? And 444. And when you get this test, okay, I'm going to use my hand, right? So forward is yes and backward is no. And you're going to ask yourself very clearly one question. And you're going to wait until you get an answer. Sometimes they're going to happen really fast, and sometimes they take a second, right? And you say, am I okay with receiving money that I did not work for? And you feel your little body go backwards. And you're like, oh, that's okay. That's a no. Write it down. Just write it down. Date it, write it down. Okay, you're going to ask yourself, do I feel okay with somebody else spending their money on me? And you say yes. Oh, okay. So sometimes you're okay with accepting gifts or somebody that buys you dinner, but you're not necessarily okay with somebody that just hands you $200. Interesting, right? I want this to be a very clear assessment for you. Okay, because lots of the time people will say, I have blocks in money and I don't know where they are. I don't understand why I can't make money this way. I don't understand why I couldn't win the lottery when I think it's possible, right? 555. When you think and know and feel and believe, you are certain. I know it's possible for someone to win the lottery. I know that I am lucky. But there's a disconnect there where you say, is it possible for me to win that kind of money? And do I feel like I deserve it when I get money that I have not worked for? That's two really good questions. You could take all the questions that I've put throughout this video, but I encourage you to get into the questions that really kind of dig into your butt. if you get what I'm saying, like the things that kind of even piss you off a little bit to ask, and those are the triggering questions. I'm sorry, sweetness, that's why the shadow work is not particularly popular. It's not very comfortable, but I assure you it is possible, and it is popular because it works. Okay, because as soon as you start identifying the reason why you say, yeah, that's why I think I couldn't get that job, because I don't think I deserve that much money, because I think that I don't get money if I don't work so hard or sacrifice things. And I want this to be opening the door for you. Okay? If it helps to make a physical list after this of all of the ways that you can make this passive money, that you can get an inheritance without somebody getting hurt. You can get a refund from something that you forgot you spent. You can get a class action suit that comes out of nowhere. You can get all kinds of random money in ways that you start to deem possible, probable, and actually justifiable. Okay? And then if you want bonus points, and by bonus points, I mean get what you want faster, you meditate on those specific things, right? So when you come across like a really hard no, you're gonna whittle that wall down, okay? We have our blockbusters, and sometimes it really helps to just chip away at this, right? So you might not necessarily have to say that the only way you can make money is through work, right? Or that the only way you accept money through your work is when you really suffer. You have to work really hard for it, okay? So maybe you can soften that to get to a place where some work can be more enjoyable for you, or some work isn't as exhausting, okay? There's other ways that you can start to open this up so that it doesn't feel like a massive jump from I definitely don't accept money this way to I'm force feeding it to myself and I'm really trying to make this feel natural. There's a bridge there, and you're going to take a lot of baby steps there. And I know that lots of people love the 10x methods and they love those big results, and those things do happen. But I just want to focus on the fact that taking small incremental steps in the right direction can absolutely lead to 10x things. You just need to get to a place where that feels so undeniably possible for you that you're just naturally making it happen subconsciously. You don't need to put as much effort into it because you believe in it. Okay, I love you. You can do this. Let me know how you reacted to this information, if it felt really triggering too, or if you're excited to get into it. And make sure that you follow me for more manifestations and manifestation tips, because I got more for you, babe. Okay, love you. Bye.